This is the last section here, 1.7. We've pretty much gone over everything except this figure, so turn to page 18. Yes? What? A book? Yeah, you got to order these. You can get them. Where did most of y'all get your books from?
Online.
Online, like Amazon.com?
Or textbook.com.
Textbook.com. Did anyone find them used? How much was it? Do you remember? 20 bucks? So you can go online and get them for like 20 bucks used. Okay, so this is, we need to go over all these parts, and it's a lot of IDs that you're going to have to do for me. And so I want you to pay good attention here to the pronunciation of these things. And you can see next to the word there's a pronunciation guide written in the book here, okay, that can help you if you're wondering how to pronounce them, because I want you to pronounce them right when you're saying it to me in the IDs. So I'll say them here, and there's also the pronunciation next to the word in the book. Okay, so I'll start on this side of our naked man. The head is called the cephalic region. Cephalic. Okay? The forehead is the frontal region. And these are just basic regions doctors use to talk to one another about where, if they're talking on the phone and they say, he's got a laceration. You know what that means, a laceration? A cut. He's got a laceration in the frontal region. The doctor knows what he's talking about, the forehead. Why doesn't he just say forehead? Well, it's not scientific. It might be a different word in a different language or something. Everybody knows frontal if you're a doctor. Okay, so the eye is called the orbital region. The eye cavity, that's the orbital region. And the cheek is the buccal region. And the chin is the mental region. The ear is the otic. Nose is nasal. Mouth is oral. Neck is cervical. Okay? The chest is this area here is the sternal region. And this area here is the pectoral region. So they're both chest areas. The sternal is the middle of the chest, and the pectoral is the breast area. The acromial is the point of the shoulder. Acromial. The armpit is the axillary. The breast, where the nipples are, that's the mammary. Arm is brachial. Antecubital is the front of the elbow. Umbilical is navel. And that works with the umbilical region you've already studied. Abdominal is everywhere around the navel. Antebrachial means the forearm. The carpal is the wrist. You may have heard of carpal tunnel syndrome or something like that. That's a wrist problem. Palmar is the palm. Also a restaurant in the village. Digital is the fingers. Inguinal is the groin area. Inguinal. Coxal is the hip. Your reproductive organs are your genitals. The patellar is the kneecap or the front of the knee. Patellar. The tarsal is the instep. The toes are the digital. The foot is pedal, like pedals on a bike. And the leg is crural. And looking at the back of this guy, the back of the head is called the occipital, like an ox. It's like OX. Occipital. Again, acromial is point of the shoulder. This the same as over here. Vertebral is where your spinal column is. Vertebral. Brachial is the arm. We already did that over here. Dorsum is the back. All of this area of the back is the dorsum. Cubital is the elbow. So cubital is the elbow, and you see over here, antecubital is the front of the elbow. So guess what anti means?
Front.
Front. Antecubital. See, cubital is elbow, and antecubital is front of elbow. So anti means front. The lumbar is the lower back. The sacral or sacral, not actually sure which one it is. What's it say in our book? It says sacral. Whoop. Sacral is kind of up here, up in your butt, up above the crack of your butt. Said crack of your butt. Gluteal are your buttocks. Perineal are where your butthole is. The perineal area. Femoral is your thigh. You may have heard of the femoral artery. It's one of the biggest arteries. Popliteal is the back of the knee. Sural is the calf. We already did crural is the leg. And plantar is the sole. Any of you here ever had plantar fasciitis? Very painful. I had it last year. Ouch.
Where's the dorsal nerve?
Dorsum? That's your back.
No, the dorsal nerve.
Dorsal nerve? Probably runs down your back somewhere. That's a good question.
Is costal on here?
Costal is not on this picture. Is it in your book?
It's on the IDs.
Oh. Yeah, erase that. There's a couple of them on the IDs that aren't in this picture because I wrote this ID sheet for the old version of the book, and they changed books on me, and they got rid of a few of them. And costal was one of those. So cross out costal on your ID sheet. The costal area was in the ribs here, I think, but they got rid of it. Is there any others you see? I think there was one more, or two more, one or two on the ID sheet that aren't on your diagram.
Dorsum in the picture is dorsal on the ID sheet.
Dorsum, dorsal. That's okay. They changed dorsum to dorsal. Just use dorsum.
Is it buckle or
Buckle?
how's it pronounced?
Buckle?
Okay.
How do they have it in the pronunciation guide? Are y'all seeing the pronunciation guide? It's actually, the pronunciation guide for this is actually on page 17. You see where it has it broken down? Do y'all know how to read pronunciation guides? Y'all need to make use of these pronunciation guides. How many times have I said the word pronunciation guide?
4. Is the one you said across out the dorsal? Or the costal?
Costal, yeah, cross that out. See anything else?
Is celiac on there?
Yeah.
Celiac.
Yeah, that's not on there, I don't think.
Celiac is not on here. Is it on your sheet?
Yeah.
Cross it out. Cross out celiac on the ID sheet. Celiac used to be the word for the abdomen. Anything else? Okay. So the rest of today is IDs. You finish up the ones you were doing before. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay? Are we good?
Is that laughter?